PVZ Fusion is a game that has a lot of options for fusions. Well, no shit, Sherlock, but I guess the way I wanted to put it is that with all these options, with all this variety, there's a lot of options you can choose from. Also, no shit, Sherlock, but anyways, the challenge here is ignoring like the terrible intro. I'm doing a great job hooking you all in, I know. But regardless, you can't repeat any fusion combinations. So, for example, if I do a sunflower plus peashooter and get the solar shooter, I can't do that combo again. So I could only do one per level. I could try digging it up so that I could put it somewhere else, or I could use the glove tool once I unlock it, but I cannot have two on the field at the same time. If that goes for any combination. I am allowed to have just a simple, like normal plant, like for example I could have one peashooter down, or I could have one sunflower down. I don't think this has been done before, but I could be wrong with that, so I wouldn't say that for certain. The idea I had before was to do it where I couldn't use any fusions, but someone already took that idea. So now what I'm going to be doing is just doing it this way. So the very start here is going to be pretty hard because all I can really do is plant down two combos for the most part. What's gonna carry me through probably is gonna be all the different like varieties of pea shooters, because another thing is that I'm counting twin sunflower and all of those as fusions also, because the game classifies them as fusions even though they were technically in the original and were considered fusions, but in this game you combine them like you would other fusions, so I think it's fair. If you have a problem with that, too bad. Oh wait, oh god damn, I already messed up. Okay, here's the thing, I was gonna combine it into that, and it didn't hit any zombies yet, so technically it doesn't count. So it's fine if I have multiple plants of the same field just to combine it into fusions like that, for example. What isn't fine though is if it actually affects the gameplay at all, so I have to be quick about it. Especially like at the beginning here where there's not that many options and it's easy to mess up quick. Another thing to keep in mind is that I'm not really good at fusion. Like, I got the mod recently, so I'll be doing my best, but I might be dying a lot, which is rather unfortunate. So everything was going fine until I eventually messed up, which ended up costing me the entirety of level 1. Oh no! I have to restart, I forgot. I wasn't even trying to, but I didn't act quick enough. I didn't think it through. So as you can see, it can get pretty difficult at the beginning here, just because of the lack of combos. So I'm going to be going again, and hopefully this time I'll be able to actually do it. But I wouldn't count on me, because I already messed up a few times on level 1 and lost. But regardless, we're going to keep pushing forward. By exploiting the fact that at the beginning, it's a tutorial level, so it will like have like some text giving me like some options of what to do. That was a very bad way to explain it, but essentially, if I don't follow that, I could stall out the level longer to get a good startup and just an economy going in general. So by doing that, I was able to survive this first level. So we were able to beat the first level, but we might be in for trouble continuing. I think a good thing now though is that, yeah, we get the cherry bombs, so that unlocks a whole lot more combos for us to use. With the introduction of the cherry bomb, the next level we did was able to go off without much of a hitch. And I probably said the phrase wrong, but regardless, that's kind of irrelevant to this video. we were able to get level 2 done basically in a nutshell. So I'm going to be fast forwarding. As you can see, it's starting to get harder as the difficulty ramps up. We're already struggling here on level 2. Luckily, we have one more plant bow, so we have quite a few more fusions now. The introduction of the cherry bomb presents us with a variety of new fusions that will help us a lot. One of these being the cherry bomb walnut, or cherry walnut. I would have to check the almanac to see what it is, which is essentially an exploding walnut, which will help a lot just with stalling in general. And the cherry peashooter, which does more damage and allows us to have a variety of combos. The pole vaulter is definitely going to be a problem, but luckily I think I could always dig up a plant and then put it in front of it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to unlock the glove soon, which should definitely help a lot. Yeah, there we go, we got the gloves, so now we can kind of move it around if need be, which can be useful. Ooh, it's giving us free fusions at the start too, which is pretty nice. And then if I press V, I could even move zombies around, I'm pretty sure. So as my past self explained, the glove essentially allows us to move any plant around wherever we so please. And there's even a zombie version of it if you press V again. You could then move zombies anywhere, preferably back to stall more time. And with that, we were able to beat this level without too much of a threat too. So I messed up a little bit there at the end, but I feel like it didn't impact it enough to warrant a restart. If you have a problem with that, then, well, I'm just gonna keep going because I feel like it was close enough anyways, but if you don't think so, make sure you leave a comment saying so. I probably should have just waited for the cooldown, but oh well. So we ended up suffering from another loss as I figured out just what exactly the cherry bomb, mine cherry bomb, I don't know how you would hyphenate that, does. And I think the footage explains for itself what exactly it is that it does. It's upgraded more, I guess I forgot to. In that case, I'll just do that. What does this combo do? Oh wow, that's Oh wait, it has to arm. Is it arming? Is it armed yet? Oh, what the? Oh my god. Okay, it was actually really good. Oh wait, no, I have to redo it now. I didn't... Oh, okay, so I can't use that fusion, clearly. Point taken. This will be a nice level to end it on, I think. You can start to feel the difficulty ramp up quite a bit. I'm gonna speed it up a bit, just because it kind of takes a while and I could speed it down if I need to. So I ended up losing again, and so I decided to take a brief break, and I returned the next day to start again. It seems like, as per usual, my brain refuses to work with me on anything, and so I had to take another loss up the wazoo. These guys are so annoying over here. I'm just gonna do another cherry bomb to deal with it. Oh wait, no, as long as he doesn't touch... Oh god, I have to restart again. Honestly, this is probably a good place to stop. Just for right now. So I lost that one. again because I forgot. So that's gonna take us about halfway through the first world. Right off the get-go, I'm already doing really badly, so if you want to see me do even worse, make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, so I'm back the next day now, and we're gonna be trying this again. So I feel like one problem I've been having is that regarding like the peashooters, I think I need to deal with them properly and save an explosion for them, because otherwise it'll just kill all my plants. So that's gonna be like the main strategy right now. And just for the beginning, I'm not gonna speed it up at all, just so we can get an economy going here and not rush myself too much. So by not being an idiot this time, I was able to actually win this level. And even though there were some sketchy moments just like last time, I was able to push through some well-timed cherry walnuts and everything. And in the end, I was able to get past this level. It probably wasn't the most clean run ever or anything. But then again, I did mention at the start that I am very bad at this game. And a win is a win in my book, even if I'm very bad at the game. So we were able to finally beat that level, but as you can see, things are starting to ramp up quite a bit. We have the introduction to this guy, which is basically like 3 bucket heads in one. So to deal with him, we're going to have to use our new fusion, which is the chomper fusions. But luckily that means we have less opportunities to mess up, hopefully. So let's see how we do. So even though the weird item box Mario looking guys are really strong, they still get one-shotted by a chomper. So by utilizing the new chomper fusions we've gotten through unlocking chomper, I was able to deal with them. You can definitely feel the spike in difficulty though going into these next few levels as we begin to get introduced to the monsters that make up PVZ Fusion. With this being one of them, but obviously the Cherry Gatling P being another one that we'll have to deal with soon. Hopefully, if I kill you, good. Now this is where it starts to get really scary, because this guy can absolutely destroy my lawn if I don't protect my lawn using the cherry walnut combo, because it actually heals, I'm pretty sure, if it takes damage from like cherry shots from like this guy. And now I have the gift box, which could give me some good fusions in random, Great English me. But the problem with it kind of is that since it's random, I could potentially get the same fusion, and if that happens, I'm gonna have to restart. So I'll use it very sparingly. Unsurprisingly, I made another stupid mistake. Oh no! I'm just gonna restart, just because it shouldn't take too long to get back. It's hard to not accidentally do things like that, which is gonna be the main end runner of these levels. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna speed it up even, just so we get the tutorial going faster. So this kind of introduces us to a lot of new things, which my past self mentioned briefly, but I'll kind of like go more in depth. One of those being the gift box, which gives you a random base plant for you to fuse potentially. It's something that I could use in emergency situations to help me out in case I get something like a cherry bomb or something like that, but I wouldn't count on it, especially since it could potentially result in another fusion on the lawn that's the same as another one, making me have to restart, because a zombie would have most likely touched it at that point. Another thing is being the Cherry Gatling P guy, which just shoots Cherry Gatlings when he gets angry. That kills everything. And finally, the last thing is really like metal bucket heads that drop when you kill like a bucket head or some sort of metal enemy like that. That when you put it on like a pea shooter or a few other things, it like makes it kind of stronger and do more damage and have like knockback. Besides that though, those are like the main things. Unfortunately, I ended up getting overwhelmed in this level and died. Wait, I could use... Please, let's stall a bit longer. I just need like one more sun. I just need a little bit more sun. I don't think I could do anything more. Wait, maybe? Please. Isn't that enough sun? It isn't? It's getting very hard. I definitely need to like focus more on doing his cherry guys, because they're quite the issue. I'm pretty sure the cherry walnuts are immune to his attacks. So he's definitely like a way to defend against him. I'm definitely gonna stall this out more this time because I need like all the help I can get. So with a bit more luck from the gift boxes, we were able to finally beat this level. But something that was really a struggle for me is just with cherry gatlings in general, because once they drop their newspaper, they get very enraged and just start lobbying cherry after cherry at your plants, and it explodes in like, I don't think it's exactly like a 3x3 radius, but it's like a weird like plus maybe. I don't know how to describe it, but it definitely like kills like a lot of your plants. So I have to be very careful when dealing with them and slow it down. But regardless, I was able to finally beat this level, which took quite a while. I had to slow it down quite a bit. But in the end, I was able to do it. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to say that whenever we get any of these buckets, we're just going to apply it, but we can't have multiple of it, even though it's not technically a fusion. Very stupidly, I decided to keep using the gift box, but there's a chance that you could get a base plan from the gift box that you already have, so I ended up getting another peashooter, which cost me this one. So I ended up taking another break after this, and then came back the next day later. Oh man, that sucks. I have to restart now. I'm gonna be taking a break actually, considering we got through 3 more levels. Okay, so I'm back from a little break I took. So I'm just gonna be retrying this level. I was thinking of maybe getting the Chompzilla fusion, where you combine, I think it's Walnut, Chomper, and Peashooter, just because I heard it's a really good fusion and that could probably help us, but unfortunately I don't think I'm able to get it yet, or I can't figure it out anyways. So we're just gonna be giving this another try here. So I give it a valiant effort, but I ended up getting, once again, overwhelmed by the zombies, and ended up dying pretty close to the end. I feel like a problem I was having is just that besides just getting overwhelmed in general by the zombies, that I've been wasting my cherry bombs on just like generally trying to clean up like the horde, instead of like saving them up for like cherry nuts or any other like fusion that's broken with cherry bomb. So after this, I tried to give a Chompzilla fusion, I think, or maybe later on, as I realized where I could go to try to unlock it, and that was also a fail. So if you want, you could just skip ahead a bit. Please. I just need a bit more sun. So it's really starting to ramp up in difficulty. I think I'm gonna have to rely on stalling at the beginning and relying on getting good fusions from the gift box if I want any chance of surviving. Since I completely lack in skills, I decided I would rely more on RNGesus in regards to using the gift box to try to get a good fusion, or at the very least a good plant in general that I could then combine with the plants I do have. And luckily, doing the strategy, I was able to get some pretty good fusions. Eventually, I ended up getting like a lamplight, I forgot what its name is, but combined that with peashooter as a pretty good attacker. And then, even more importantly, I got a magnet shroom, which combined with a cherry magnet, essentially creates a magnet shroom that throws cherry bombs back at the zombies, which was able to get me through this level. I had some few minor hiccups here. As you can see, like from the beginning of this clip, I kind of messed up a few times, planting more, or I got like a doom shroom or something and I had to restart because I didn't want to waste a doom shroom. But eventually I got some pretty good luck, and that was enough to carry me through. And with that, we're on to the last level, which I didn't realize at first, but -9 is the last level of the first world. And I saved up what I've been to. I want to see what the squash does when you turn. So it's basically just a cherry bomb squash. So it's a cherry bomb you can control. That magnet shroom cherry bomb was really good though. I'm glad I did that. So we were able to finally complete this hard level. Did it say level 1? Hold on. Okay. I just can't read apparently. So we're almost done with the first world here. And it looks like we unlocked the tall nut. So they should help a lot with just like solid defense and dealing with the peashooter guys. Surprise, surprise, I ended up losing again. So because I ended up losing again, I tried to get the Chompzilla fusion because I was able to find it finally. But unfortunately, as you'll see, I also lost miserably at that. And another thing you might notice is that the difficulty briefly changed for one of the stages. I think I was playing at 2 difficulty, which is normal mode. And I don't know why that happened, but I think I ended up switching it back. I'll have to redo a level if something went wrong, but just tell me if something went wrong. Yeah, this is gonna be a loss. I feel like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and challenge, and I'm gonna try to get the Chompzilla, which is gonna be pretty hard though, considering hot cell, soft cell. When you have a dream, you want what you want. I think it's gonna be pretty hard since I still have to follow the same rules. It's probably gonna do like another showcase here though, so I have some time to prepare, at the very least. And yeah, like I said, it ended up being a loss. I tried a few more times just because I messed up, accidentally using the gift box and having 2 of the same fusion on the board, and occasionally just messing up in general. But it's also just a really long level in general. It's like 3 flags, so I have to hold out for a very long time. And I think I lack the skills to do that, at least right now. Although I might need the Chompzilla since it's a really broken fusion later. I just need to move one of you, preferably like that. Then I could use a chomper. Really? Okay, I think I died. It's probably possible to do that, but right now it might just be better just to continue on the adventure mode. We could go back and get it later. Especially when we unlock more fusion opportunities, I guess, for lack of better terms. Well, that's probably not the right way to say that, but my brain isn't working right now, as per usual. So I'm going to be taking another break. Okay, so we're back again. And before I start, I just want to say that I was inspired by this video, which I'll be showing like after editing. So I'm just gonna go back and try to do this level again. We aren't able to get the PVZ Fusion because I'm too bad at the game, unfortunately. So instead, we're just gonna try to do this regularly, and hopefully that will be enough. I was finally able to make my one brain cell work as I finally finished this final level. In terms of cherry bombs and everything, I had to like utilize it by making sure I didn't waste it on just a regular cherry bomb, and making sure I combined it with my walnut to make a cherry walnut. And then I could explode it again using the shovel in case clumps of zombies got too heated. Which is a very weird way to explain that, but I mean, I've been doing this whole video, so I mean, at this point you're probably just all used to it. Occasionally I had to utilize a glove too, but besides that, that was the main strategy going forward, and probably into this next world, which will be the next video, assuming I get it out in time and don't procrastinate on it. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed this, and if there's any problems you noticed, or if I accidentally kept something on board, please let me know and I'll redo the level. And if you have any strategies and tips and tricks for me to suck a bit less, that would also be appreciated. Okay, so we were able to do it finally, which means we just have one more level in First World. Actually, it seems like we're in the nighttime world now. I thought there was going to be one more. So with that finishes World 1, I guess. So that's it for this video.